in taste, in all the arts of cooking. If you depend on the recipe, you have no tongue. You could say then in Taoist fashion, recipes spoil the tongue. That's an exaggerated way of saying something. It's a half-truth. It's a truth that is imperfect, but it's said that way in that violent way, as it were, to attract attention. Recipes are very useful, but you will eventually come to the point where you will not be able to explain, and therefore you get those awkward recipes where it says simply, season to taste, a pinch of this, a dollop of that, and you don't know how big a pinch or a dollop is. Well, that's because you haven't yet developed the feel for the way in which certain ingredients will go with others. But you will find oneness with this whole universe, and what we call everyday consciousness go together. If you read a great deal about mysticism, you will find descriptions of ecstasies developed through the practice of yoga, meditation, or whatever, that seem to be so completely absorbing, enthralling, ecstatic, and rapturous that you cannot conceive that anybody could be in that state of consciousness and at the same time carry on everyday life. We hear of great Hindu mystics like Sri Ramakrishna, Sri Ramana Maharshi, who spend hours and hours in samadhi. They sit there with their eyes closed in sheer rapture, out of this world altogether. And if that is the ideal state to which man should attain, that kind of contemplation, obviously, it is inconsistent with everyday life. But there is a strong tradition, not only in India, but also in the Far East, that there is a higher state than samadhi, than rapture. And this much higher state is called in India sahaja. S-A-H-A-J-A. And that means the natural state of the Upanishads, the great texts upon which all Indian wisdom is based. They insist again and again that the supreme state is without duality. And without duality means without exclusiveness. They would say, for example, that to experience the highest state of consciousness is not merely to experience the oneness of things. You would think, you see, if you experienced all things as one, that somehow the differentiations which you perceive in the world outside you would disappear, and that you would experience all around you in every direction a uniform luminosity in which all differentiation was dissolved. And I can assure you that would be an extremely boring state of mind to get stuck in indefinitely. That's not what to expect. Because the non-dual means the non-exclusive, that which does not have any opposite. And if the ultimate reality behind this universe, the fundamental energy or essence, or whatever you want to call it, has no opposite, it is therefore not incompatible with all other states and manifestations of life. So you could say the supreme consciousness is much like a mirror